Hey guys, what's up? It's a little something here for the Xbox. Been talking about this a little bit on some of the forums, some of the videos for my PlayStation rosters. So what I'm doing actually is right now working on getting the Xbox and GameCube rosters ready. And it's a timely process, but I'm to the point where I'm now able to start matching everything up with what I have on the PlayStation 2 roster. So I'm working on the Xbox first. So what I'm going to do is every time I get two teams done, and I'm going to show these rosters real quick here. Every time I get two teams done, I'm going to go ahead and put up a gameplay video. Gameplay video will be whatever two teams I finish at the time. So right now, shooting this video, it's actually December 1st. I'm going to wait like a week or so to put this out. But got 4 teams done, and each team, this stage of it takes about 4 hours. Again, like I said, matching up every single player, stats and attribute wise, with what's in the PlayStation 2 file that I've been doing for several years. So I've got Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels, right? Arizona's done, Atlanta's done, and Baltimore's done. So what I'm going to do this first game is I'm going to go ahead and do Anaheim versus Arizona. And again, this is December 1st. This video is shot, so everything's going to be accurate as of then. And so let me just go through the Angels roster here and show you who we've got. And these will change by the time it's ready, because I don't anticipate having the thing ready until probably the end of January. Got a vacation coming up, and then it does take that long to get things done. But scroll through these here real quick just so you can see who's there. I'll give you an idea. And each team has about 63, 65 or so guys on it. I'll show you real quick. There's nothing in single A. It's all just junk, all retired guys, space fillers. Here's Arizona. When I play this game, we'll probably just go ahead and use Anaheim, so we can use the DH. You know, not really a fan myself of the pitchers. So, excuse me there, you saw a little bit of the Atlanta roster, but one other thing I did want to say is I've never played on the Xbox before. I've always been we're going to back out here and go ahead and start this up, but I've never been an Xbox guy. I was always a PS2 guy. So what I did was I'll show you this real quick here. Let me set this up. Again, like I said, I'll just take it Anaheim so we can go ahead and, alright, it looks good. Everything looks good. Put it on Pro. Like I said, I haven't used the Xbox, but what I did was I bought one of these on eBay here. It allows you to use, I'll show you this side of it. You can hook up I don't know if you can see that well, you probably can't, but it allows you to hook up your PlayStation 2 controller to an Xbox or a GameCube. So I've just been doing the editing mainly with the PlayStation 2 controller. Actually, with the Xbox, I use that controller because it's better, but gameplay, I've never used the gameplay or the Xbox controller, so using the PlayStation 2 controller right now for this, so we're going to see how it's going to go. But like I said, gameplay we got here, Diamondbacks, Angels. We're going to go ahead and look at game options real quick, do some tuning. We don't really need to do any pitching, but I always do this when I play. Crank it up a little bit, get some more action, make them equal, right? Get some more power, get some more contact, get some stuff going on. So you see me hitting buttons here, right? So I'm trying to get used to the controller here. This is really the first time I've played using this controller on this. So runner speed, we're not going to really mess with that. I do stuff in my dynasties, but I haven't played a dynasty in a couple years. But what I do is, let's see, with the computer I always kind of crank theirs up a little bit because they really don't steal that much. So, alright, let's go ahead and start this off. And this may look ugly. This may get ugly. Like I said, because I'm not used to the way the controllers are set up here. The way the functionality is here. Like, if it'll be the same. It may turn out that it's the same. Like I talk about in some of my other videos, it was several months ago, and I foresaw actually having a lot of time, and I'd get questions on the PlayStation 2 videos about it. Oh, do you do this for GameCube? Do you do this for Xbox? This and that. Even occasionally would have somebody ask me about the PSP, right? But you know, I never had time, and I was always devoted to doing, you know, just maintaining the PS2 roster because I put so much work into that thing, and I was like, yeah, you know, PlayStation 2 is cheap. You know, if you guys wanted to pick up a PS2 and a copy of the game, I would always offer guys, I'd say, hey, I'll give you a discount on the roster, you know, a little bit, something to offset it just so you guys could be out there playing, because, you know, selling these things for $25 a pop isn't really going to fund my retirement, as I always joke. So, and the same thing with the AR Max version of the PS2. Like, I'd try to see if guys were interested in picking up, come on, stay fair. See if guys were interested in picking up a copy of AR Max just to get it a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna have to fix that elbow guard on Trout. That doesn't look right. And I'm pretty much gonna be up here hacking away, just trying to move the game along. Come on, tag up, baby. Fundamental baseball right there, boys. Yeah, so I'd make that offer, but I had always been, like I said, a PS2 guy. Never even tried GameCube. Didn't try to mess with the Xbox at all. Oh, come on. Is that gonna get foul? Yeah, off the pole, baby. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So we got, okay, Ohtani here. At least it's not a lefty on the mound, or we'd have to take him out, right? But yeah, like I was saying, eventually I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I'm going to have, God, I just missed that one. Too busy talking. I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to have some time, and so I just decided to take on the project. And it's been time consuming, but I think I'm pretty pleased at where I got to by this point. Initially I was thinking that I'd maybe be able to get both done by opening day. Starting these things from scratch, right? And this was probably maybe like mid-October, maybe late November. Late October when I started working on these, and I was like, yeah, maybe I can get these done for opening day. And it's been a task where you just kind of have to chip away at it every day. But it looks like I said, I'm kind of pleased at how things have gone in terms of the progress I've made so far. So if my thumb doesn't fall off in the meantime, probably have focuses on the Xbox first. I've got the GameCube where everybody's named and everything like that, and I've just got to then sit down and just do the edit, right? So what I do is I have two TVs set up side by side in the living room, and I'm just sitting here. I'll have the PlayStation 2 roster loaded, and I just go player by player with the Xbox and just get everything matching up. But like I said, yeah, that takes about 4 hours per team, so you guys can do the math on that. I never like playing with the hitter's eye. I always turn it off in my Dynasty. Another thing I do in my Dynasty is I'll decrease the outfield speed because I want more balls dropping, more stuff in the gaps. See, like something like that should be a base hit, right? I want to, I just try to get it more offensive, right? Get more stuff going on. Oh man, I thought that was going to sneak through there. I would say it, like I said, 4 hours per team to get it matching attribute wise, but it took me probably, just a rough estimate, maybe 100 hours maybe. Maybe that's overstating it, but to get it to where all the teams had, actually that is probably a pretty good estimate, where because I had to edit out all of the retired guys and then get all the creatable, editable players into rosters and kind of balance those out. And like I said, basically starting the thing from scratch, you had to put in all that work just to get to the stage where everything lined up for the most part and you could start to do the editing, right? So and there's a video that's going to be on that. I don't want to get into that too much, but I'm going to put that video out shortly as well, like right about when things are about to come out. But the key for you guys is, what it's going to be is, like I said, every time I get two teams done, I'm going to go ahead and put up a video. So 30 teams, 15 games. So when you see video number 15, then you'll know that this thing is ready for sale on eBay. If you're sitting there watching, this is video number 1. I'm going to go ahead and shoot video number 2 right after. Oh, come on, Trout. I'm a long way away. But once you start to see video 8, 9, 10, then I'm getting pretty close. So I was tempted there just to let him steal, but I guess I should have, maybe. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty rusty at this, but, I'm not great at this game. I've been doing the editing of the rosters for so long. I haven't done, I want to say it was 2016 when I did my last Dynasty. I didn't do one this year. Didn't do one last year. So yeah, definitely I want to say it's like 2016 or so when I did when I did my last Dynasty. So it's been a while. I played a couple games since then. You can see the YouTube videos I played on the PlayStation there. But it's been pretty... Oh, Pujols, boot me. Dang. Replay for anybody? Do I need to see the swinging bunt replay that he flubbed? See if we can get a double play out of this. No, my bad. I messed up on that one. And I usually do the commentary off. So that's why you hear my commentary instead of the other guys. I don't even plug those cables into the back of the... Oh no, I messed up on that one. See, there you go. That comes with being rusty. Tagged up from second and scored on a fly ball. Huh, they didn't call that Pujols one an error. Interesting. Yeah, for the next game I do, it'd be... Who was it? Atlanta and Baltimore. I guess I'll go ahead and pick the Orioles since they're terrible, but we'll go ahead and put the commentary on. 'Cause I don't know if I can keep talking for another 35 minutes on that one. I'm sure at some point you'd rather hear Kruko and Kuiper than me. See, stuff like that should fall, right? Those kind of plays, that's what kind of kills me in terms of stuff about the game. So that's why I'll decrease the speed of infielders and outfielders a little bit just to get more base hits in the game, more action. You see what I'm doing here? I'm pretty much just throwing fastballs here and there. So looks like we got another. Oh. Dang, all of a sudden. Oh boy. Isn't it weird just to be sitting there watching this with no sound? When I play it, I shouldn't say I should say when I have it, when I'm doing the editing, I won't plug the volume or the cables in the back end for the audio and all that. But when I play, obviously I'll have the audio on. It'd be kind of weird just to be sitting here with no audio. But what I'll do is I'll turn the music down. I have the music down at like 1 or 2, and then the broadcast volume down, probably about the same, maybe a little bit lower. Just because I found Kruko and Kuiper a little bit annoying. Personal preference, right? So when I'm playing, I have noise on. I don't know if I could play like this all the time with no noise. All right, halfway home. See if we can get a little rally going here. Oh boy. One thing I wanted to comment on was with the adapter I showed you, purchased it on eBay. It's $10. See, stuff like that. Look how far he ranged, right? Halfway to second. Stuff like that shouldn't be happening. But yeah, I purchased the thing, and what first made me think about it was that I was sitting there and I was looking at the controllers for the Xbox and the GameCube, and I just couldn't adapt because I had never used them really. And for you guys that are on your regular systems, you probably know you're probably totally comfortable with the controllers you have, right? So just trying to figure out some of the buttons here. Trying to figure out how to get the menu up just to warm up pictures here. Alright, there we go. Let's see, who do we want? Oh, there we go. There's some lefties. See if we can have a little bit better luck with somebody else here. Sinker baller in the game. Huh? Don't tell me it's going to work. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, really? Dang. Hey, that brings up something. When I do my dynasty, I'll turn off injuries. I wouldn't want to see Goldschmidt go down in dynasty and be out for months at a time. I always want the best players in the game. So I turn off injuries, turn off suspensions, stuff like that. I don't know how you do it. There's a guy that was commenting on one of the PS2 videos, and he was playing in a dynasty, and he was actually in the playoffs, and he had some of his key guys get injured, which he felt cost him the series. He lost in the first round. So, for me, like I said, I just like to have the best players in the game. I don't want injuries or suspensions kind of getting in the way of stuff. Preference. Alright, looks like we got the 2-3-4. Let's see if we can get something going here against Drinkster. Ugly. I was trying to go for a nice 3-pitch inning there. Nah. Probably a good spot to try to bring in a righty. And like I said, don't mind the button flipping here. Just trying to get used to this stuff again. Switching pitchers mid-batter, right? All right, quick inning. We've been stinking. What? Do we even have a hit since the first 2 innings? Oh, let's see. Yeah, looks like we got 1 hit since the first 2 innings. What I was going to say about just getting back to the adapter was I wanted to see if there was any. In playing this, I wanted to see if there was any lag time. And we're putting some good. Nope. Because you're hooking up the adapter to your Xbox, right? And then your controller's in there. So I was wondering if there was going to be any lag time, but it doesn't. I don't sense any. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any lag time. So if you're somebody that's a PlayStation guy that's now maybe thinking about flipping over to Xbox and you want to use your PlayStation controller like I'm doing, then it looks like, I mean, to me it feels like there's not really any lag time there in terms of swinging the bat and kind of when you're releasing your pitches and everything. That's just my feedback. And like I said, I picked it up on eBay. It was $10. So I actually got 2. But I was sitting there and again, going back to it, it was like October and I was about to do, I was thinking, like, I was getting to the point where I was like, okay, well, I can do a PlayStation 2 Dynasty now of MVP. It's been a while. Go ahead and get a Dynasty going. But then I was like, okay, well, maybe instead of that, I started thinking about taking on the project and everything. So let's see, what do we got? Let's see what we've got. I was actually going to see what we got pinch hitter wise, but now we're down 0-2 all of a sudden. Valbuena. Maybe we save him. Beautiful strikeout. Oh. So obviously I decided to go ahead and do the rosters and everything like that. GameCube and Xbox instead of playing the PlayStation 2 Dynasty. So I was talking with a couple guys that are Xbox guys. Who had played on the PlayStation a little bit, or were playing with the PlayStation rosters, or they were asking me about it and everything like that. So I was sitting there, and once I played this, then I was like, yeah, you know, I could understand why people wouldn't be as jazzed up to play with PS2 rosters, right? Or to play on the PS2 if they've always been on Xbox. Just because and I'll say this, when I saw the graphics. So once I saw the graphics myself, I was like, huh, like I never knew the difference, right? Like night and day, the difference between the PlayStation 2 graphics and these, right? And you have to have your TVs side by side to really appreciate it. But you guys know. And like I said, if you're watching this video, if you're an Xbox guy or whatever, you know. I mean, obviously the system came out a few years later, so it's no knock on the PlayStation, but it's like one of them's crystal clear and the other one's how your eyes are first thing in the morning if you've only slept 4 hours, right? Like it's just so drastic, and that was part of what played into my decision to go ahead and go with this and the GameCube rosters. That was my fault on that one, didn't get enough on it. But instead of doing the PlayStation Dynasty, once I saw the drastic difference there, oh no. Once I saw the drastic difference, then I was like, no, you know, I don't think I can play on the PlayStation 2 anymore. I've got to go ahead and focus on getting the Xbox and GameCube rosters done so I can go ahead and play on those. So that was kind of like another big thing that really helped make the decision pretty easy. Alright, well now we're down 3, so I think we pretty much lost this one, but again, like I said, I wanted to mainly show you guys what's going on. You know, give you guys some update there. You guys see that I'm working on it. So again, this is video 1. There'll be 15 videos total. Once you see me start to get closer to the end, then you'll know that it's almost ready for sale. And I'll probably put it up on eBay, say maybe a week or two before it's ready. And obviously just let you guys know it's not quite ready, but just so it's out there. Just so if you're doing a search, you can find it. Bad. They don't seem to believe that Pujols is going anywhere. Woo! Alright guys, looks like we're down to our last strike here, so you won't have to hear me blab anymore. Well, I guess he went. Alright, well there's that. So we lost 5-2. What was it? 2 hits after the second inning. Alright, so there you go. That's video 1 of 15. Video 2 of 15's come up now. I'm going to plug in the sound, and that will be Braves and Orioles, and I'll go ahead and play with the Orioles. That should be interesting.